maybe you've already heard this, but PadSplit is one of the biggest players when it comes to the co-living real estate strategy. Who are they? What do they do? Should you be using them? PadSplit's a company that is in the co-living space. Co-living, for those that don't know, is a rent by the room strategy. You take a single family house and you have 8 bedrooms in it and you rent it out individually, right? Now, you have to find people and get people in. You have to manage them like a normal rental, take care of them, and take care of your asset. You have a house too. Just kind of like a normal rental, except for times 8, times 9, more people. So PadSplit has really pushed this strategy in the co-living space, and where they have taken over is on the marketing side and helping bring in tenants. They don't have too much to do with keeping tenants, exactly how you run it, managing, everything, the property. It's let's help people market, find these people that really need these homes and get them in the houses. So that's what PadSplit does. So PadSplit is the marketer. They put out a bunch of marketing material to find these people and market rent by the room affordability. Because as we've talked about, this is a big crisis. Affordability is a giant problem, but they need to be connected. Just because someone has a problem and someone has a possible solution doesn't mean they'll find each other. That's what marketing is. So PadSplit goes and markets to those people. They have a platform on their website that the people that are interested come in, show they're interested, and sign up and become a PadSplit member. Then investors bring their properties, and PadSplit explains how your property needs to be, what are some of the minimum requirements to fit their model, and then you bring your property to the platform. A lot like Airbnb. So then your property is on the platform. Just like with Airbnb as well, you have guests that want to stay, you have tenants that are looking for those properties, and PadSplit on their platform is connecting everybody, right? So of course they're gonna charge for this. In the past, and it's been quite the discussion, is they used to charge like 13%, right? Management, and remember, that's not for the boots on the ground, your property, no one's going to your house to check on it. That would be for, hey, they need to be paid for marketing and all of that. They now have restructured it, and currently it's 8%, but then they do charge the first 10 days that a tenant is in the house, okay? On top of the 8%. So on top of the 8%, they charge the first 10 days of revenue that's coming in from that individual. That all goes to PadSplit in exchange for their service and to be able to keep using that platform. Now that platform is also a communication back and forth, just like Airbnb. What else does PadSplit provide, right? Especially from the investor standpoint. Well, I mentioned that when you're getting your house ready, they're gonna say, hey, we have so many, they're the largest company that's doing this. And so they have a lot of data. So they can tell you, hey, this is room rates. So you can know and predict what you should be able to bring in for that type of house, and based on its location, even as zoomed in as zip code. They'll also tell you construction. They'll give you lists on furniture, what you should probably use, right? The type. What smart locks even that you should be putting on the doors. You are paying because you have this team member, right? Helping you, one, either get started, and some people stay with them forever because of the additional value they constantly give. Should you use PadSplit? There's no exact answer. I know people hate, oh, it depends. I used PadSplit when we first started because I didn't want to reinvent the wheel. They had all this experience. They knew things. It's like, hey, let's just do it exactly that way. And if anytime you can offload some of the work, especially at the beginning, I didn't need to be an expert at finding the house and the expert of preparing the house to get it ready and the expert of finding the tenant and now the expert of managing all these tenants, right? So anytime, especially when you first start, I always recommend to people, hey, go joint venture with somebody else. So if you're coming into this space and you want to get started, I would tell you, go find someone else that's doing co-living and go be a part owner with them. So you don't have to be the expert on any of it. So with that same methodology and thinking, it's, if you're gonna be doing it yourself, why not partner with PadSplit to take care of the marketing to bring in the people as your expert? right? And then if you feel like, yo, you could be the expert at finding the house and making it an 8-bedroom and doing that, then handle that. And then as you learn, you can add more. So for us, we don't always use PadSplit on everything anymore, especially because we also are in markets that they're not. But as you learn more, you can get more people on your team and you know more. If you're going to go do this with somebody else, you would partner from the beginning, and we call that a joint venture, and you would both be owners of that property as you go through it. And I say, yeah, this is kind of like partnering with PadSplit, but really you're hiring them to do the job, which is different than a partner, right? They don't have ownership in your property, etc. They're more of a partner as someone that you're hiring, right? And that could be like look at the same one like a GC that you're hiring to do construction, right? You're not owning something together, but you're kind of working together, and the better it goes, hey, let them take that off your plate, pay them what they're worth, and it can be worth it to you. Because I know a lot of even very high level people that regardless, they want to use PadSplit till the end of time, right? So it's a little bit of a personal decision on how you do that. It's a lot like training wheels, but it's not just training wheels, right? I used it like training wheels to get started, but a lot of times if your goal is safety, security, more than anything, think about if you rode that bike and you left those training wheels on, you're definitely less likely to fall over, right? And now all of a sudden it's almost like, the e-bikes and stuff that charge up, right? You get one of those, okay, that's kind of like training wheels of 2025, right? It's like, oh, you had to remember to steer, and then you had to remember to pedal, and if you didn't get enough momentum going on the bike, you could steer really well all day, but you're falling over. Now you get these e-bikes, you don't have to keep it up because the momentum helps you keep going, right? And obviously, the electric bike doing that. So it's a lot like that. You can use PadSplit, it can help you get going, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this is more like an e-bike, let's just keep rolling.